Got a lot of good Republican friends here in Illinois. But over the past few decades, the politics of division and resentment and paranoia has unfortunately found a home in the Republican Party. This Congress has championed the unwinding of campaign finance laws to give billionaires outside influence over our politics, embraced wild conspiracy theories like those surrounding Benghazi, wild conspiracy theories like those surrounding Benghazi.
No, you didn't just say that, you little bitch.
Tell me. He didn't just say that. He didn't just say that.
Wake up.
He didn't just say that.
Really? 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 Okay.
Those surrounding Benghazi. The world must stand together to unequivocally reject these brutal acts. Already, many Libyans have joined us in doing so, and this attack will not break the bonds between the United States and Libya. Libyan security personnel fought back against the attackers alongside Americans. Libyans helped some of our diplomats find safety, and they carried Ambassador Stevens' body to the hospital, where we tragically learned that he had died. It's especially tragic that Chris Stevens died in Benghazi because it is a city that he helped to save. At the height of the Libyan revolution, Chris led our diplomatic post in Benghazi. As Americans, let us never, ever forget that our freedom is only sustained because there are people who are willing to fight for it, to stand up for it, and in some cases, lay down their lives for it. Let us never, ever forget wild conspiracy theories like those surrounding Benghazi.
How did the former president's comments there sit with you?
You know, it's really not shocking coming from them because it's what they've been doing the whole time. They try to deflect, they try to rewrite everything to make sure it fits their agenda. You know, it's definitely reckless and very disrespectful to the family members. You know, if everybody remembers, you know, they lied to them on the tarmac because their bodies were being brought home about the attack and what happened and why it happened. But again, if it's a conspiracy of what happened there, once you go and ask the family members, you know, how Ron and them feel, because, you know, they can't tell you exactly how they feel because it's not a conspiracy. What happened is what happened. And, you know, the only conspiracy really behind it was their deflection of trying to say it was a protest and over a video. That's where the conspiracy's from. Well,
the comments, surely, as we can hear, did not sit well with you. They did not sit well with the former Congressman Jason Chaffetz, who suggested that this is the former president, Barack Obama, attempting to rewrite history. Watch.
It was President Obama that took the United States into war with Libya, and in an interview with Chris Wallace on Fox News, President Obama said the worst mistake of his presidency was dealing with the aftermath of Libya. Nobody on the campaign trail brought this up except President Obama, and he is fundamentally and totally and wholly wrong. And people like Tonto and Tig and these people who put their lives on the line and saved dozens of people, shame on the president for saying that.
And of course, he is referencing Chris Tonto Pronto, one of the heroes from that night who watched his friends die. He called the comments from the former president disgusting. Just wanted to get your reaction to that.
Hit it right on the head. He's a true narcissist, just an elitist that I honestly believe he thinks that didn't happen. He did nothing wrong that night. He sent no support, that Benghazi was just made up. And you know, we lost two of our friends, and it was a fantasy. It's disgusting, and it just raises the bile inside of me. I had a hard time just watching the speech itself. I just wanted to see what he had to say, and when that came across, you know, I just wanted to reach through the screen and just grab him and choke him and say, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me that you'd have the gall to disgrace the memory of my teammates and what we did there that night?" By calling it conspiracy, but that's a narcissist for you.
Yeah,
you know, what else can you do?
Obviously, you're channeling a great deal of frustration toward the former president. You lived it. I read the book and watched the movie. Not the same thing, but it was a before, during, and after scandal. It wasn't just what happened, the lack of support to you guys. It was blaming it on a video, which they've since perpetuated.
You know, and then throwing this gentleman that made the video in prison, essentially destroying his life, which he did, which Obama did. So he just continues to double down and compound it. And the thing is, though, is his base honestly believes that. I know there are people out there still today, and I can't stand social media, but I'm on Twitter, but still call Benghazi conspiracy as well. Say it didn't happen. Say we were making it up. He caters to the easily manipulated. And it's just, I can't just sit by and not do anything about it, not say something strongly against it, because honestly, the man is a disgrace, just a complete disgrace. You know, and even before, people forget, even before Benghazi happened, when the election was coming up, Al-Qaeda was on the run. He kept perpetuating that, saying that terrorism was on the run. Al-Qaeda was not on the run. Al-Qaeda actually took part in the attack on us that night. So again, trying to rewrite history, but that's the left's. That's what they do. If it doesn't fit their narrative, if the history doesn't fit what they want to, what their agenda is, they're going to try to rewrite it. And where did he come out with this talk? It was at a university with college-age kids. And I remember when I was in college, I was easily manipulated in college. He's going to portray it out there, especially in Chicago. But it's just, again, it's completely offensive, and it's something that I wish I had that man sitting in front of me right now. I really do, without his Secret Service.
Well, we'll be careful with that, because he is a former president. So
yeah, I know, but still, it doesn't get yourself away from saying comments that,
I
especially
understand
when buddies of mine
your
died in front of
sentiment.
me.
I mean, it is totally disgusting. I mean, we sat there, you know, for 8 hours direct contact with an enemy, 13 hours overall, and you know, we're sitting there waiting for support. I mean, Ambassador Stevens was expecting support, at least some kind of backup, and you know, they call him his friend, and you know, they didn't do anything. You know, it's just a lack of leadership and understanding of the situation that was going on over there. They had Marines that were ready to go, make them changing on a uniform 3 times. You know, their leadership is, I mean, I wouldn't call it a leadership. It was a totally lack of a leadership, and the comprehension of the situation on the ground, they just didn't have it, or they just didn't even care. You know, Obama's probably more worried about getting reelected than helping us, and the same with Hillary Clinton. She was more worried about her next run, when she was going to run for office, once he was done. It's just, you know, they have just total disrespect, and it's again, it's another smack in the face to everything that we did over there, and they're just trying to deflect what truly happened to make themselves look good.
Who am I talking to? What the? Get it, please. Exactly. I forgot.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We love you. Thank you very much.
Listen, you motherfuckers.
We're going to win. We're going to win so big. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.